I thought I'd make a quick video as just like a post-mortem or my thoughts on a hangout that I had yesterday with a well-known anti-feminist YouTuber. So we had a wide-ranging discussion about a bunch of things like the doxing drama, all that kind of shit. Like, it was a little bit repetitive just going over this case that he's been building against, going over all the points, trying to figure out what's what, and he was trying to paint a picture that has done A, B, or C, you know? So he had this whole list of things, this whole litany of things that we just went through. So when I go into like a conversation or hang out with someone, I'm just there to talk to that person and to see what's up, and he invited me to the stream, and I was like, alright, yeah, let's have a conversation. I don't really like have any agenda or anything. I had two specific points that I wanted to cover because they were things to do with me. So I went in there, we had the conversation, whatever, it was a little repetitive, it was kind of frustrating because he seemed to have so much to prove, whereas I just like to just have conversations with people, so like, whatever. So I was having a look at all of the comments, talking about how I did or whatever, or like how he did, and fan base is basically, I scroll through all of the comments, it's just, Tim was wrecked, Tim was destroyed, it was the trial of Tim. Tim is, what an idiot, he's done, he's over, everything he said was wrong, he's ruined.
You just got wrecked.
I find it really strange. Maybe I am not a creature of the internet and this kind of wreckage ownage culture, I suppose, because I don't have that kind of agenda. I don't have the mentality that when I go into a conversation with someone I'm trying to wreck or destroy, or that I'm trying to like put them on trial. This person has been wrecked, so now they are like debunked as an individual. What a shit show.
You just got wrecked.
I literally just don't care about it. I don't give a fuck about owning somebody. And I don't understand this weird mentality of everything is about dominating. Everything is about crushing. So when I read through those comments, I feel kind of sad for people who have that kind of mentality because it seems like such a stupid, moronic way to think about life. Basically, you go into that conversation thinking, is going to destroy this guy. He's going to crush him. He's going to ruin him. And then you get all of your biases confirmed when I don't wreck him because I'm not trying to wreck anybody. I'm just fucking talking to the guy. But he's trying to wreck me, somebody's trying to wreck somebody, and then it's just like, read through the comments, it's a joke. Why is that the thing that matters to you the most? Why can't you just listen to what people are saying and then decide, this point this person's making, that's a good point, this point the person's making, not so good a point. In the main, I kind of more agree with this person or that. No, it's always like, this entire individual has been debunked and destroyed, they're gone, they're no longer of worth, they're no longer of interest, they're a complete retard, they're a fucking autist. I don't understand, that's total black and white thinking. I think that people are the sum of many parts. There's lots of things to people. I don't think I could just crush and wreck and destroy a person. And you know, I can hear people thinking, because you couldn't even do that to him. But I don't want to. I have no fucking interest in that. So I wouldn't try to wreck a person. And so after the hangout that I had, there was this post-stream with this other person that I know. And he had on a bunch of other people like he's a feminist, he's an anti-feminist person, this bear guy, whatever, more bears on the internet. And they were discussing the stream, and it was called like Brutal Hangout. Wow, it was so brutal.
Brutality.
I don't understand that is what they get from a conversation where you're like, I'm not trying to win anything, I'm just like talking to this fucking dude. He's trying to prove some fucking case, and apparently I'm like the lawyer and I have to debunk everything that he's saying. Whereas it was more like he's presenting the information, I'm just giving my fucking impression on it. I'm not trying to win anything. It's fucking weird how you set up all these traps, like, ha, gotta get you. I'm gonna get this person. Like, I don't understand the mentality. Anyways, so their stream was like, Brutal Hangout, wow. Wow, Tim, the trial of Tim is destroyed. Ah. So I go in there and I'm like, just in the comments, like, wow, yeah, it was brutal. And they're like, come on the stream. And I'm like, I'm just streamed out. Like, I've just gone through this ridiculous hangout for like an hour or whatever. It was like a trial, but it was like a trial in an unnecessary trial when you don't need a trial, when you just need a conversation. But somebody's trying to put you on trial and you're so fucking boring. They started talking about it more. It was like, well, he wasn't really making his case properly and all this kind of shit and blah, 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 whatever. And so I pushed back a little bit in the chat. And then eventually it just devolved into kind of like 6 or 7 people just ragging on me, just like insulting me. Showed up in the chat, and he's like, "Oh, Tim, you fag," or whatever. It was weird. All of the people in the stream started like laughing. They're like, "Oh, ha ha, that's so funny. He called him a fag." I'm just staring at the screen like, these people are just dick riders of people who have more subs. They're starfuckers. They are riding this guy's fucking knob because he's got 300,000 something subs. And it was fucking pathetic. Like, this guy can say basically anything, and these sniveling, sycophantic cowards who just can't fucking think for themselves because they're following around this cartoon motherfucking Australian bear guy, they just sniveling start laughing. For example, I felt like I was friends with him in the past, but it seems he just goes with the crowd. He just goes with the whole anti-feminist thing. And so if I get in a conflict with instantly, he just turns into this sniveling, sycophantic dick sucker who's just like, "Yes, ha ha ha, like, you called him a fag, that's hilarious." And why are the standards so low? I just get thrown under the bus by these people who, some of them I thought were quite cordial with me, but they turn it on to this wrecking, crushing, destroying thing, like, "You've been debunked as an individual, you got destroyed." To me, that's not the way you should treat people. You should, treat people with respect based on your individual interactions. You shouldn't base it on their relationship to other people, If these people want to be douchebags to other people I know, whatever, I won't like it, but I won't go into tribalistic attack mode where I'm like, I have to destroy that person. The so-called friendships that I build with some of these people are completely fake. They're not real friendships at all. Because the moment it turns into an ideological side versus side thing, it just turns into like bitterness. Pure bitterness. That stream was just people being bitter about me. 7, 8 people being bitter about me, and all of the chat being bitter about me. I've never seen such an echo chamber, and I've also never seen something so cowardly. That you just start a stream where all these anti-feminists go in, and they all share their stories about how they hate me. There was a girl in there, and she was like, "I hate Tim." And then chimed in, he was like, "Oh, I hated Tim before you ever did." And it was like a competition to try and say how much they hate me. Bizarre. What is wrong with these people? So I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. There's a few anti-feminists that I'm keen to have some conversations with. I don't understand basing hate on somebody else on just them disagreeing with you ideologically, even like harshly or strongly, that you just devolve into childish insults. But that seems to be the way it is. So, I continue to despise trying to wreck our own people. I'm not going to be making any Pwnage videos because I think it's immature. I think it's stupid. I will be making videos full of jokes and sarcasm and trying to debunk certain arguments, etc. But I'm not going to be trying to degrade people in this fashion. And I'm not going to be running around being like, basically, look at my online dick size. Let's compare our online dicks. I have no desire in doing that. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. Stop being such backstabbing, sniveling cowards because I disagree with you. It's fucking pathetic. Let's just argue about the actual issues and the things that are going on. Decide who's making the better case about something. I'm still going to be sarcastic because I can't help but do that. But just gotta say, it's a very disappointing scene. The whole dialogue for me is just, it's a huge disappointment. But whatever. Go about your business.